Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. As with the great bulk of crypto and money, we will be discussing Ripple and XRP today. And so, before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that Me Tokenizer and JD have joined forces to launch a crypto wealth network community. To give you an idea of how these projects will be put to use, this group will focus significantly on providing useful information, hidden gems, technical analysis, and detailed project breakdowns. The people associated with this group make it exceptionally valuable. And I'm not just talking about myself here, I'm also referring to two other people with considerable experience in the field, Tokenizer and JD. And while I have a lot of admiration for Tokenizer and JD, the Discord server is already crammed full of useful information. I believe that all of the tools in this arsenal will be immensely beneficial for you going into the next major cycle, and I encourage you all to join this group using the link provided in the description below in order to take full advantage of the information contained therein and to better prepare for the next major cycle run. Wapt.com, a wealth network, will be listed first in the bottom description. Any of you who are interested in learning more about the Crypto Riches Network is more than welcome to do so, and I am grateful to everyone who does. With that in mind, there are several topics I'd want to discuss with you. The price of XRP has plainly been in freefall ever since the noose around the lawsuits tightened. For my part, I see this as a fantastic chance. When we have enormous green candles like that, it's one of the things I often warn people not to buy in those kinds of situations. Seeing the green candle and thinking, did I really just miss out on this? I should have bought a lot more, is undeniably a form of psychological warfare. You need to calm down and take it easy if this is the build-up to a big event. Listen, this place will mess with your feelings, so leave them at the door. This asset category is highly unstable. Just what does that entail? This suggests both large increases and decreases are likely. If the price is going up dramatically, the opposite is usually true for the price going down. I am checking to see if we can get some lower buy zones on XRP marked now that it has dropped down below 50 cents. Depending on how this month pans out, we may be able to get into the sub 40-cent range, which is one of the largest zones I've been considering. However, one notable trend recently has been the increased attention paid to XRP. There is a clear need for this. According to market sentiment, XRP chain volume began September at a 7-month high, and XRP circulation and dev activities reached 3-month highs. And here we can observe that it has experienced significant increases in utility use at the outset of this month. Not only did the volume of on-chain transactions hit 4.8 billion XRP today, but there are now 2.03 billion XRP in circulation as well. The development work on the cryptocurrency with the 5th largest market cap is substantial. Overshadowing the days since the last statement in terms of on-chain transaction volume, today saw the biggest volume of XRP transactions since February 1st. Furthermore, the biggest number of distinct XRP tokens have been transferred since May 31st. This is quite intriguing information to have. While I expect some skepticism when we take a look at this, the price is still well below $0.50. The explanation for this is, of course, since XRP is still in high demand. However, we are still in a highly unstable asset class, right? Similar to how this asset class is highly correlated with Bitcoin's volatility. And when we consider that, right, like XRP is gaining not due to, XRP is utility, that's quite interesting. This is something we currently lack. The real action will begin once XRP is no longer tied to Bitcoin. For the time being, all that can be done is to be patient, since the best possibilities will present themselves when prices are low and seem to be staying that way for a while. It's easy to lose sight of the importance of stability when the price is moving sideways and forming a bottom on support. And by macro support, I mean something in which you might have some faith. A great chance to start amassing these tokens has now presented itself. You shouldn't be buying while it's wildly increasing and seeing wild price swings. Cryptocurrency markets tend to be extremely volatile throughout the month of September. For example, the only Septembers that have been profitable for Bitcoin are the ones in 2016 and 2015. As a result, September is a month in which we must exercise some caution. Instead of freaking out and selling in what is often a solid purchasing month, I'm taking a look at a few options, XRP being one of them. At the same time, there are a few points I'd like to elaborate on. Connections are one of the most important things I consider when we witness the world around us transform dramatically. No, Ripple is not the same as XRP. You're correct, XRP is not the same thing as Ripple. However, it is important to keep in mind that Ripple has been meeting with central banks for years, has partnered with the Bank for International Settlements and the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, and has been featured by the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. This is helpful information to have as we consider the web of relationships that Ripple has woven over the years. We've known each other for years at this point. The knowledge of each is valuable, because these links also expose XRP to the outside world. In no way am I expressing anticipation that XRP will soon experience value creation thanks to Ripple. No, I believe it's important to highlight that XRP is being introduced to these brands at the same time that the XRP ledger is quickly growing and receiving a steady stream of improvements. This is happening as the market finally begins to recognize the value of utility. We are entering a new era of cryptocurrency in which large institutions, including central banks, are exploring ways to take advantage of digital currency. And XRP is one of the most prominent ones nowadays. We see over here from Anderson, have you noticed the movements of Ripple after XRP was ruled a non-security by US courts including these organizations, the BIS, the ISDA, and MasterCard? Interesting times, huge movements in just 1 month. Importantly, here is the news that everyone has been waiting for. Ripple has officially joined the task force on cross-border payments led by BIS. As August storms go, this was among the largest we've seen thus far. Ripple will collaborate with other organizations, like as MasterCard and FAST, as part of the Cross-Border Payments Interoperability and Extension Task Force. Again, like this is so significant, and it's endorsed by the G20. It's the same G20 that's collaborating with the Financial Stability Board, FSB, on international crypto rules. The FSB is another group to which Ripple offered feedback on international crypto regulatory frameworks during the SEC case. And then there's using derivatives to acquire access to the ISDA again. Last but not least, MasterCard has announced that it will be forming a CBDC partner program with Ripple. The company's statement reads in part, "Listen, if you're betting against XRP right now, simply because XRP is under 50 cents after the lawsuit, I just want you guys to understand that you are part of the 99% out there that will be shaken out on the volatile swings around price action. You need to focus on fundamentals as well. I know how easy it's no secret that our ultimate goal is to amass a fortune from these holdings. Our goal is to generate income from these holdings. On the other hand, you're right. I don't think we should squander this once-in-a-generation chance. I agree that this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I'm aware that many people use the term to refer to instigating groupthink or stoking the passions of individuals. But you know, me personally, I do think that this is much larger than any other technological advancement that we have seen in the history of mankind, simply because what we are seeing right now is a complete revolution to our global monetary system, and they're tapping into DLT and blockchain. I mean it when I say you absolutely cannot afford to pass up this chance. You will get rattled out if you base your decisions just on price action. Over here, we also see the BIS stating XRP after LM in order to establish trust and facilitate financial transactions. Just what Mega Man X needs. The BIS Working Papers on Trust Bridges and Monetary Flows is a white paper that I have discussed in the past on this channel. It seems to me that this is a really old document. The VA is not involved in BIS. We can see 3 models emerge: a private settlement asset marketplace like Ripple's XRP, an open source marketplace like Stellar Foundations, and a freshly defined network that is more so striking. One thing I will say about this is that I believe it's excellent that they're calling attention to the fact that XRP/Ripple is a private settlement asset and marketplace, which means that the money involved here is, you guessed it, private. Money issued by a central bank. Here, institutional-grade money is settled within a private infrastructure, and the reserve currencies around banks are tokenized by the banks themselves. That's a really big deal. That's how I picture a private exchange for settlement assets. Using an open-source market like Stellar. Once more, this supports our belief that Ripple/XRP is better suited to the enterprise sector, whereas Stellar is more focused on the peer-to-peer market. However, this does not mean that XRP is not intended for retail investors. Rather, it means that the Stellar side, with its on and off ramps to and from crypto, is more focused on the retail use of XRP as a payment method. That's how I see it, anyway. Yes, but that's what I think. The BIS is the central bank of central banks, thus it's important to highlight that Ripple is collaborating with them. And when you look at what they're supposed to be doing, you'll see that it's to operate as a bank for central banks and help other central banks achieve monetary and financial stability through international collaboration. As part of their fundamental values, they also mention the usual suspects that pop up in most value breakdowns: performance enhancement, innovation, integrity, diversity, inclusiveness, sustainability, social responsibility, and so on. In addition, 63 national central banks from nations that produce 95% of global GDP own shares in the BIS. Again, they are using Ripple, they are working with Ripple, they have been in talks with Ripple for a very long time, and this is all made public through the Cross-Border Payments, Traceability, and Extension Task Force, which also exposes SWIFT and MasterCard. All we have to do is wait it out. Now we're done. It's one of the most talked about aspects of the SEC case since it originated with the Black Swan capitalists, and because so many eyes are on the SEC right now. I think there's a lot of effort being spent on it that might be put to better use elsewhere as we take a closer look. Take this case in point: the SEC is attacking Ripple, despite the fact that the company has ties to the White House, the Federal Reserve, the IMF, this World Bank, the EU Commission, and other global central banks and financial institutions. It's not a stretch to assume XRP will be pivotal. And that's why I'm calling XRP a cornerstone of the new financial order. A new era of international monetary policy and technological advancement, if you will. True opportunity awaits those who enter the space, making them the new 1%. This works wonderfully for small groups. And I think the new 1% will emerge from these holdings. And we're not talking about XRP alone, are we? There are several promising investments available, such as XRP, XLM, X, DC, Q, and T. It's not necessary to hold all of them either. You can't just pick your players, and having a diverse set of 3, 5, or more assets is ideal. When considering this market over the next few years, however, I simply cannot ignore the fact that countless billions, if not trillions, of cash will be transacted here. Tokenization enables digital duplicates. It completely changes the dynamics. Beyond price action, knowing all these interconnections is quite helpful because it shows just how early we are in this process. We're starting with the groundwork now. The construction of the house has not yet been revealed to us. However, the groundwork is in place. The foundation is now being laid. We're on the verge of making it. And I believe that as we draw nearer to one another, okay? Big changes are coming, and they are going to keep coming right up until the very end. Okay. The worst of it will be revealed in the final act. This was especially true in March of 2020. You need to be emotionless in this space because it will eat you up and spit you out, and we have seen global organizations tapping into crypto and talking about DLT and announcing plans around crypto at the same time that retail thought that crypto was that distraction. That being stated, I'm Nick signing off. Follow me on Twitter and check out the free Discord server I've described below if you're interested in additional free content. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, turn on the bell for notifications. See you later, bye.